r/SexWorkers. Alarming Wheel 3049 says. No cause I'm over it. 0 EFFORT equals 0 effort. Included photo. First time 269 says. I don't know how people are that stupid. When I wanted to make a booking I looked on here for a week or 2 weeks and googled what to do and read a lot of stuff as I was so nervous about being turned down and having to try to book multiple times and it just taking very long. Low Tooth 9752 says. So he needs to put as much effort into paid dating as real dating. Yeah, that makes sense. Soldered Finger says. Jaded. Sweets Choco says. Love this. Playin and Slayin says. Lol. But _stuff_z says. Goes both ways unfortunately. We're all human. r/SexWorkers. Seda Ted Zubat says. This just appeared in my feed. Fab Hooker Life says. These tricks really trying to do anything but pay. Illyria Mystic says. What a lowlife dude. I hope his dick gets gangrene and falls off. Illyria Mystic says. Report him. He's threatening me on my posts now. Countess_Snow says. Hippity hoppity time to down boppity. Lovelong and Perspire says. Troll. In the dungeon. Thought you ought to know. Skeevala says. Scamming marginalized people is just hilarious, isn't it? r/SexWorkers. Emily Blacuke says. Mental health. What do you do on them days where you really don't want to work, feel drained? It's so difficult working when in like this, wish I could just snap out of it. Hoax for Days says. I'm a big believer in taking time off if you can. If your financial situation will allow for it, take some time off. Focus on yourself a little bit. First time 269 says. What I would like to do is empty my brain where I don't want to think of anything. Use no TV, computer or phone. Maybe have a bath in the quiet and even dark with candles. Read a book and then maybe after order food and watch a comforting sad movie I know I will cry, then go to sleep and hopefully wake up the next day feeling better. To me that's stuff I never do, but I'd like to do. Gigi Laraus says. Find out if a day off helps. If so, great, you obviously just needed a break. If not, maybe it's time for some kind of lifestyle change, therapy, or meds. Responsible_sport 575 says. The struggle is real. r/SexWorkers. Collar Worried 4265 says. Is it normal for providers to contact me just to say hi? So I've been seeing this girl for a couple months now. Recently she started texting me saying how's your day going and what are you up to, shit like that. Asking me when she will see me again. Is this normal? She's new to Southwest and she said she's 24. But I would assume that kind of stuff would be too personal. Asinor Royale says. It sounds like she's being friendly and encouraging repeat business. Every provider has different boundaries about chatting outside of sessions. Throwaway Sewan Titso says. Most probably sales marketing. You are a regular to her and she tries to create repeat business. Total Direction 5856 says. You've been seeing her regularly and she's definitely okay with it. Dana 6380 says. I personally don't do it. Me clients are nice most times and contact me talking is fine if I like the person enough. r/SexWorkers. Chef Daytona says. Asking additional favors from escort. Is it frowned upon to ask a Southwestern to bring party favors. I'm new to the area and wouldn't know where to find any. I'm not assuming all Southwesterns do it, but I'm sure they would know better than me. Of course they would be compensated. Ashley Nicholas says. But I'm sure they would know better than me. Unpack that. Because sex does not equal drugs in the slightest, lol. And if you have the connotation that most sex workers are drug addicts or are friends with drug dealers, walk into any corporate office and you'll have the same chance of running into a drug addict or drug dealer. Mayo. r/SexWorkers. Dangerous_099 says. So is 15 days typically how long it takes to get a Tryst profile approved? I'm a planner. Just wondering, is this normal turnaround time for profile approval? Providus says. I believe it took me around 2 weeks to get verified on Tryst. You could try reaching out to them. I know I tagged them on Twitter and stuff when I made a post. Not sure if it helped or not, but can't hurt. NEOWT says. I've been waiting about 23 days so far. r/SexWorkers. IC_animator5004 says. Hello. My name is George. I'm unemployed and I live with my parents. I'm short, stocky, slow-witted and bald. I'd like to become a sex worker under the porn name Buck Naked. SMTPA says. I'm sorry but I have that trademarked. You will be hearing from my attorneys. Largo95 says. Have you ever worked as a hand model? Hurricane Katrina says. Lol at the Seinfeld reference. Georgia Pauljan Ringo says. Costanza. Shiny Bumbleberry says. Okay. r/SexWorkers. IC_animator5004 says. Pace pals for oral. Blumpkin Pandemic says. That's kinda hot. My man and I role-played him being a client last weekend. Was awesome. Full Metal Sports Bra says. My only thought is that it should be more than $100, but I don't have an issue with civilians incorporating payment as a condition of consent in their sex lives. Internet Starbanger 2 says. I knew a woman who got a giant diamond ring for giving her husband a BJ on top of a mountain. Whatever makes people happy. Orthbroth Babe says. This is kind of sweet. It sounds like they are both benefiting from it greatly, so why the hell not? Jesus Juice 44 says. This is weird. Jewish Seeker says. He's better paying a sex worker. At least then he'll know he's getting his money's worth. r/SexWorkers. KT Inc. says. Did becoming blonde bring you an elevated level of income? I've heard many women say, since becoming blonde they've made much more money, rather than being brunette. I used to not believe hair color mattered until I was fake blonde and went back to natural brunette. I've noticed the quality of clients I attracted weren't as wealthy or classy high-end than when I was blonde. As a brunette, men are much more aggressive cheap. I also hear redheads make much more than brunette, so definitely blonde and redheads seem to make more $ than brunettes. This may not be for everyone, of course. I'm only stating my experience from working as a blonde vs brunette. It's interesting hearing everyone's experiences throughout various of hair colors. The psychology behind hair colors is very interesting. Bagass Cindy says. Yep. Hair was brown a year ago. I did decent for money but nothing exciting. Dyed it blonde in summer and started pulling over $1,000 a night over the weekend. I will also add that it's easier to maintain as blonde. I found the dark color to look greasy after a day, but blonde doesn't need to be washed so often. Oral_Verion_Marilyn says. Platinum blonde hair, yes. I have received more bookings as a blonde than my natural light brunette. Cornus says, I was blonde for a while, it was great, and I made a ton of money. Unfortunately, it's too hard on my hair, so I've been wearing my natural red for the past 7 years. I have always booked way more as a blonde or a redhead, way more than brunette hair. That's all for this video. Was it good? I know not, for I'm a robot. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. This video is the product of an automated process.